weeks after revealing she was not on speaking terms with her mom and Good Bones co-star Karen E. Laine, nor two of her brothers. HGTV star Mina Starsiak Hawk has revealed she is also not talking to former co-star Cory Miller. The popular series ended for good after its 8th season wrapped in October 2023, a decision fueled by the growing tension between Hawk and her family members on the show. On the latest episode of her Mina AF podcast, posted on December 11, 2023, Starsiak Hawk revealed the super bummer that she and Miller have cut ties, too. Here's what you need to know. Mina Starsiak Hawk says she can't move on from what happened with former co-star Cory Miller in 2016. Miller joined Two Chicks and a Hammer, the renovation company co-founded by Starsiak Hawk and Laine, and appeared regularly on Good Bones as a construction expert, according to Screen Rant. Laine sold her half of the business to her daughter when she retired in 2019, per Today, but remained part of the show until its finale. Miller primarily worked with the show's property specialist, Thaddeus Starsiak. Tad is Starsiak Hawk's half-brother, with whom she's also not speaking with. In the August 28 edition of her podcast, she said, "My mom and I aren't in a great place. My brother Tad and I aren't in a great place. My brother William and I are in a kind of like non-existent place. It's complicated without even being complicated. We don't really engage much and the last engagement wasn't super positive, and that was maybe a year ago." Lately, she said on her most recent podcast, many fans have asked the status of her relationship with Miller, given that they don't follow each other on social media anymore. "So, there's been enough questions about Cory that I'm going to try to address this in a respectful way, again, understanding that I have a platform that he maybe doesn't have," she said. "Cory and I are not on speaking terms. I am positive that there are things he feels like I did to him, and I've known him since he was 11, and I've always had a soft spot for him." Starsiak Hawk added that there were a couple things that happened towards the end that she decided she can't move on from. As for why she stopped following Miller on social media, Starsiak Hawk said, "I just don't want that energy in my life. I've got a lot of amazing people, and part of that means not hate following or not anger following, like, let me see what this person is doing. So many people on social media follow people just 'cause they want to see them fail or fall down or look fat in a picture or whatever it is," she continued. "And I'm just not interested in that. I don't want other people to do it to me." Cory Miller, Karen E. Laine are working on a new project. Starsiak Hawk's admission that she's no longer on good terms with Miller comes on the heels of him revealing that he is working on a new project with her mom. On December 5, Cory shared photos of himself with Laine on his Instagram stories, according to Closer Weekly. Over one of the photos, he wrote, "Brought out of retirement to film." In another photo of him and Laine in the car, he wrote, "Riding around and getting it with my besties." Neither shared what they were working on, but on a November 17 post about a home project he's working on, Miller replied to multiple fans who said they miss the Good Bones cast on HGTV. "Stay tuned," he wrote to one, and to another, he replied, "Not over yet." In November 2022, Miller pitched in on a spin-off show with Laine called Good Bones, Better Yard. Starsiak Hawk, meanwhile, is already working on a Good Bones spin-off of the renovations she's making to a lake house she and her husband built near Indianapolis.